since Punjab beat RCB, let's talk about the Gujarat Titans. So the Gujarat Titans have been in the last they hit a what do you say?
They had
A speed bump
a
in the middle.
small, yeah, a
Roadblock.
couple
Yeah,
of
they had a
losses.
small hiccup, but they're
Yeah.
now 1-2-2. Their game against CSK, to say the least, was clinical. Amazing performance. While batting, they executed the chase perfectly. Vidyaman Saha goat. And against the Lucknow Super Giants, I actually thought they had an under par score, but then the bowlers just ran through uh, that batting lineup of theirs. Rashid Khan, when the pitches start to slow, Rashid your man. Even if people try to play him out, you're not going to be able to play him out. He's that good. Mohammad Shami, economy of 1.7 that game, 2 wickets in the recent game. He's been a wonder towards the start, and I think Hardik Pandya is a captain who knows how to use his bowling resources. Like, um, I like he's using Shami really well. Sometimes bowling him three up top when it's needed. I know sometimes he's not, but Hardik Pandya bowling in the power play is a really good option as well. Alzari Joseph has been used to perfection, such that he's been getting economical overs in and key wickets. Other than that, not much to say about Lucknow. Vidyaman Saha is hard carrying them at the top when Shubman Gill is. So I think it's something
GT in
like,
it.
yeah, one of them is always performing. I think it's just something like that.
Yeah, so
Either Shubman Gill.
Ridhiman Saha's striking at like 140 in the power play at an average of 96. That's insane. He's just been fantastic for every IPL team, even for SIH while opening, while Punjab, obviously Vivian talks about that 100 a lot in the final against KKR. But he just performs always, and teams are always very reluctant to use him. But whenever they do use him, he always performs. So like, I think he's like a very very good option, and they got him like pretty cheap also.
And the role
And one more thing.
he's even
One more
outselling
thing.
himself. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Drop Matthew Wade. Yeah, continue.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so they got Matthew Wade at number 3. I want to talk about that. So they dropped Sai Sudarshan and Lockie Ferguson, and they got Matthew Wade at number 3. He's not done particularly well. I think he got 11 in 7 balls the first game, and in the most recent game he got 20 and 15. I still think you need Lockie Ferguson. Lockie Ferguson's just such a good bowler, and you can play Sai Sudarshan at number 3. He'll do at least as well as Matthew Wade is doing right now.
Play Abhinav Manohar at number 3. Bro,
Oh right,
it's not that hard.
Abhinav Manohar exists. Yeah, you can play him at number 3 also. And yeah, so I don't get why they keep going back to Matthew Wade. Even if you want to play another overseas batter, try someone else like a Gurbaz who you have. Like Matthew Wade's been tried this season, and even though I advocated for him to bat at number 3 at the start, before the season started, I think it's time to move on. Another guy I want to mention again is Sai Kishore. So he's been doing really well for Tamil Nadu in the last few domestic seasons. He even bats like at 4 or 5 for them in 50 overs, and I think he finally got his debut after being stuck at CSK, the graveyard for youngsters, and now he's performed really well in his first match actually against LSG. He took 2 wickets and only gave 7 runs in 2 overs. So he's been bowling fantastic, and it's good to see Gujarat actually giving a lot of names that like you wouldn't expect to do well, like Saha, like like Pradeep Sangwan for a few games, like this guy Sai Kishore, uh, and Tewati of course, and they've been actually performing really well for them. So it's good to see that from Gujarat Titans.
Yeah, what I was saying about Saha before it got a bit tangential was what did I just say? What I was saying about Saha was the role that he came. He's even outselling himself because the role that he came into play, or that I thought he'd come into play, was the role that he played for SRH a few years ago, which I talked about. It was just coming in and hitting like 35 of like 16, 17 and getting out. And as Rayan's saying, now he's averaging like 95, which is in the power play, which is like unbelievable. So he's outselling himself and even what fans of him expect from him at the top. So Saha is a definite definite dub for the Gujarat Titans.